Bull or bear? The coin was right yesterday. It is looks like a bear. Sorry, I used a different coin. It's actually a buffalo. Used a buffalo Indian round tonight to do the coin spin. Left my other coin in my pants pockets at home. In the office downstairs in lovely Lauderdale by the Sea, as you can see, some folks walking along the beach. Man, it is freaking brutally hot out there. This is our July and August are basically, that's when the devil takes off vacation and comes to some place a little bit hotter. So, it is hot as hell. That's more or less what I was trying to say here. 90 degrees, 3 minutes before 6 or thereabouts. And really not a lot of people down at the beach. Just, again, it's brutally hot on that beach. No locals go out in the middle of the day or during these hot periods, usually early in the mornings. But most of us locals here in South Florida, we stay in during the summer, kind of like you Yankees up north, and I shouldn't call you Yankees and stuff, but northern people stay indoors. Stay indoors during the winter months. We're kind of like that in the summer months ourselves. 90-something degrees out there, though. Man, I tell you, it's hot. All right, well, let's see where we're going from here, which is going to be in my quote for the day, which is very interesting. Henry Ford, we all know who Henry Ford was. And by the way, this is a wine report, not a coffee report. And as I said, I got to get back to those coffee reports, morning reports in the morning. I've hired some new help here, so I might have some more time freed up and not be as busy in the mornings as I have been. The evenings has been the best time for me to do these videos just because I got everything done. I don't have the phones ringing. I don't have people calling me. I don't have people asking for me. I can get stuff done. But I am hoping to get some more help here in the store and be able to do those morning shows again. Well, Henry Ford did say this: if it doesn't add value, it's a waste. And of course, Henry Ford was I think he was a marketing genius. He was also a genius in the assembly line process, obviously. Was able to sell an amazing amount of cars back in the time when mass production really wasn't a thing. But besides that, this saying has a lot to do with everything else, not just cars. He's right about all products. And of course, why am I talking about it? If it doesn't add value, it's a waste. I'm talking about silver, and I'm talking about gold. What adds value to silver or gold? I mean, other than the price of silver and gold, the crooked prices on the COMEX, but other than the price of gold, those premiums that we pay, what adds the value of a premium? Why does an eagle constitute a $165 premium right now, or $150 to $165 premium on the retail purchasing end of it, versus a gold bar made in Switzerland or made from some other reputable source that's under $80 over spot? I mean, almost double. I mean, it is double 80. It's a double the price premium, $80 more on a gold eagle than it is a silver bar. And let's talk about silver eagles. Silver eagles are basically what? The premiums on them are now just freaking ridiculous. The buy prices are back up. By the way, great time to sell your silver eagles and buy generic silver. You put more silver in your pocket. And to me, that's what is value. The silver is value, not the name of the product, not how pretty the product is, not who made the product. And don't get me wrong, product price, products does add, the maker of the product does add some value. Reputation does add value to things. There's no doubt about that. But how much value does it add? How much is it worth paying for a better name? And again, you can say in some circumstances it's big. A cheap third world country knockoff of a great German tool. Germans make great tools, by the way. I mean, a lot of people don't know that, but as far as like their hand tools and a lot of the tools that they make great, heavy-duty, well-made tools. But when it comes to cheap tools, and I know this is a weird comparison, but on the cheaper side. So I mean, I know there's a difference in quality, but when it comes to gold and silver, there isn't a difference in quality. Gold, 1 ounce of gold made by a reputable company, no matter how reputable they are and how good their name is the same as a 1 ounce gold that's made by a company that's not as reputable is not a good word. Well known, I should say, or popular. Because you definitely want to buy from companies that make reputable products. And again, all the gold bar makers out there that are selling, their gold bars are in the retail range of about $80 per ounce. All of those products in those companies are great companies. And their premiums are about half of what the American Gold Eagle is. And again, your American Gold Eagle, it's nice to be able to say, hey, this is made by the U.S. Mint, therefore I didn't mind paying a little bit more, but how much is a little bit and how much is too much? Good article we're going to get into about the 975,000 ounce American Silver Eagle sale. Did it happen? Was that a real sale? Is this just hype? I mean, and I've got a couple other questions I want to ask about that too, and my thoughts on it. Not a lot to talk about in precious metals today. If you take a look at spot prices, let me just do a quick refresh here and see what's going on here. Market is open right now. 1877. Gold looks like it's kind of trending its way upward this week. Did they bounce? I mean, they bounced at sub 1700. And if you watched my video yesterday, I was talking about it. It's like a bunch of I don't know how to say it, but the short positions and the spoofers out there just had their eyes on a sub 1700 level. They had to at least get it there intraday. I don't know if it closed sub 1700, but at least intraday for a brief moment. And I think that was pretty much it. I think their push is over. They're out of ammo at this point. And as I always say, I was surprised they got it below 1800, really, to be quite frank with you. That surprised me, but I've always said from day one, I still say this, never underestimate the crooks in the COMEX markets. I mean, you just can't underestimate them. They're all right, so over the top. All right, but markets are up. Markets are up overall. We're holding on to that $1,700 level quite nicely with gold. And any of you folks that were able to buy at this low level, still able to buy at this level, I think you're getting good value. You're buying at a good price, as long as you're not paying for overpriced products. Silver, 1886. Again, we're moving up to that $19 level again. Didn't go below, maybe intraday trading, it might have hit sub 1800, but I don't think it stayed there, and I don't remember actually now that it really being there, or did it even matter if it was. We are trading in the mid to upper 18 ranges in silver. Let's see what happens tomorrow in Friday's markets. The monkey hammering typically occurred on Friday, but I noticed it's been occurring on the Sunday night openings. It's been happening in the evening where they're not getting just down. They're not getting the monkey hammering is not drastic in the evenings Globex markets on Sunday nights and Monday nights, Tuesday nights, but it is like a little death by 1,000 cuts, little cuts, and you'll see that the markets have been trending down overnights. And again, I think that's spoofing, or maybe not. Maybe it's just incremental sales in thinly traded markets. Just designed to make the price go down, and then come the COMEX markets when they're open. That's where you see the real monkey hammering happening. We'll take a look at the 24-hour chart, see if we can see any of that. But I think what we're going to see on the 24-hour charts is just kind of a sideways line. Platinum 877.27, sitting in a nice little range there, sub $900. And I thought $900 was like a killer price. It still is a killer price for platinum, but man, these numbers are just like too good to be true in some ways for people that are out there stacking or really haven't had an opportunity to load up on precious metals. And it's frustrating for the people that already have and have bought at lower levels. But as I said, don't worry, you're never going to worry about this stuff going bankrupt. And I believe that we are set up for another bull run here. Now, where this takes us, Ted Butler, in yesterday's video, I had a good video yesterday, and I talked about what Ted Butler talks about, which is what are the different scenarios we're going to see for silver. And remember, where gold goes, silver will always follow, but I believe that gold is stabilized in this range right now. However, we still may see sub 1700. I just not sure. I mean, but again, I never know what to think with these people. So as far as silver goes, Mr. Butler feels that they're going to do a couple things. The big commercial shorts have not added back to their short positions as of yet. This means that we may see a run-up. Will it be a $5 run-up, which is kind of what we've seen, run it down, $5, run it up? $5 seems to be the standard playbook of the thieves and the scumbags and COMEX. Will it be that? Or will they just not add to their short positions? Ted Butler believes that they may not add to their short positions out of fear of what happened on the LME nickel market. Again, if you watched last night's video, I explained this pretty well. So if that being the case, I mean, the sky's the limit if they don't add to the short positions. Or will they cap it at $25 an ounce? Will they cap it at that $5 an ounce level, or $6 or $7, and buy in their big short positions again and spoof out the managed money longs? But that's to be seen. I believe that we've kind of stabilized at this level. We've seen about a month where silver and gold sales were really quiet on the retail end. They are starting to pick up significantly right now. I think that the public in general is starting to feel that the we've seen market bottom on precious metals. But again, never underestimate the crooks at COMEX. All right, so they could take it lower, but just look at that as a bigger gift, a bigger on sale price. That's just my opinion, the way I look at it. So let's take a look at the 24-hour charts here. And again, I want to get into that $975,000 Eagle sale. There you go. There's a spike upward, just kind of the complete opposite here. So we're taking a look at silver in that sub $1,700 range. Let's take a look here. When was that? This morning, actually. Right as the markets open up. I guess the overnight markets, we were sitting at sub $1,700 range, and then it shot up right here. And that's where we sit right now at the moment. Let's take a look at silver prices. Same kind of behavior. And isn't it funny? Two different type of metals that kind of almost behave similarly. I mean, think about this. Except I believe that what we're seeing right now with the 90-to-1 ratio on gold and silver, that gold will take off before the price of silver does, or maybe not. Maybe that's just kind of what I've seen happen in the past a couple times. But I believe that gold will take off first. That spread, that ratio will go up to 95-to-1, 100-to-1, and then at some point silver will follow. You know, though, the one thing with silver right now is all bets are off until we figure out where these big commercial banks reestablish these short positions. Will it be quickly? Have they unloaded completely? Are they out of that game to some degree? Are they going to cap it at $5? No less. I do believe we've seen bottoms, and now we're going to be in an upward trend. How far upward? Tough to say. I'd like to see this bullshit end, though, personally. Well, let's get into the article I was talking about. I'm going to do a quick sip here of wine, and I'm also going to tell you what the best deals out there. And there are some delivery delays out there as far as a lot of different products in silver and gold. And you know what? I'm not even going to say what the particular products are. Across the board, there seems to be shortages out there, especially in generic products of coins, and obviously on silver eagles, because the premiums tell the tale. Let's, and again, good time to get rid of them silver eagles and them 90%. Let some other sucker buy them. Meanwhile, stack up on the real stuff. Silver buyer up to $1 billion in Eagle coin emerges by VBL. I've read this on a couple different websites, read it on a few other places as well. Let me take a sip here real quick. I'd like to thank Zero Hedge for posting this story, and JBL, I should know this person's, VBL. I always call it Benz, but I don't know who BBL actually is. Authored by Goldfish Substack on Zero Hedge. There's a story circulating of a Texas female billionaire who has purchased a large amount of silver eagles and intends to buy more. This was disclosed by dealer Andy Scheckman of Miles Franklin Precious Metals, who reportedly filled her order. No one has, as any of this writing has ascertained the veracity of this claim. As market participants in the space for some time, we assume that there is truth to recent buys as stated by the speaker, with a touch of hyperbole on potential future buys as relayed by the customer. Otherwise, who can know? VBL points out the key statements for us were the client wants us to tell the world that she placed this order. Okay, I think VBL is correct. That is an odd statement to make. Number two, she claims this is the first of up to several $1 billion orders she wants to place. VBL states here, we have seen this before, and chances are so have you. The order was likely real and probably distorted silver premiums for months due to the supply crunch. There's something to that. I think VBL makes a good point here. You know, silver premiums have been just absolutely crazy for quite some time. Maybe that is an explanation on this big order. Is this big order real for 975,000 coins? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. There's no way. And I've heard of Andy Scheckman. I think I've heard of that, and I've heard of that company. I don't know exactly who they are, but I think he's another YouTube talking head like me, and with bigger aspirations and a larger company, I guess, especially if you filled an order like that. But I've got some questions about filling an order like that, all right? She claims this is, anyway, let me go down here. I'm kind of reading this over again. The two phrases are very to make extent without putting the speaker at risk. The speaker, to our knowledge, is a reputable professional with a keen understanding of the implications. Historically, you announce after you file, not before. Therefore, this order could be a legitimate explanation for the premium stickiness over the last several months of silver eagles. Yes and no, because here's the thing. Last several months for silver eagles, Silver Eagles have been ridiculously priced for how long, folks? How long you've been watching my videos? Far more than 7 months. Silver Eagles have been in that $5 to $15 range. Wholesale. Silver Eagles have been in the $5 to $10 range. Retail, 8 to 12 or something like that. 8 to 15, 8 to $16 for longer than several months. So this order absolutely did not start the high premium Eagle event that we've been watching for a couple years, not just for several months. So let me just kind of add my own 2 cents in there. But we know of no one who's ever stated that they may buy bullion more after buying only 50 million of something. First time for everything, maybe. And again, BBL points it out clearly. Who's going to come out and say, I'm buying another $50 million in Silver Eagles? All right. That's ridiculous. No one comes out and says, I'm sorry. In my opinion, nobody that's been properly, if it was Andy Schectman's company he repeated this phrase, I would have pretty much told my client, listen, this is not something we want to repeat in public. In fact, let's just keep your holdings pretty private. I'm very surprised that Mr. Schectman, and I don't know who Mr. Schectman is, and maybe there's reasons why he hasn't done this, but I'd be really surprised that Mr. Schectman did not advise his client to keep this quiet. We're not here to advertise what you're buying. We're not here to advertise that you're going to buy more. I mean, that's just ludicrous. Okay, so Mr. Schectman, in my opinion, there must be some ulterior reasons why he announced this. Why, I don't know, but it really just doesn't work for the client, in my opinion, unless there's an explanation that he could point out why there is a benefit for the client. So, anyways, let me just kind of move on there from there as well. And I'll get into the real point here. Let's just read this real quick first. Assume the order was real, all right? And even VBL obviously has their doubts about this, all right? And again, I'm not here to doubt Mr. Schectman. I don't know who he is. I've heard of him. Again, I think he's another talking head on YouTube like me, except he's been around longer, a little bit longer doing it, and something, I don't know, whatever. But assume the order was real. The order has been filled and premiums will continue to remain high through August. If she buys more, they have to go higher. If not, they will collapse. That's the way we'll watch this. The black swan is if others get the fever to buy. The future would tell us more. So, VBL is pretty much correct, spot on about this. But I want to bring up a couple things. Again, not dissing Mr. Schectman. I don't know the motives or the reasons behind the announcement and the reason why he would not advise his client not to do those two things. Okay, unless there's an ulterior motive, unless there's ulterior reasons that I'm just completely missing here, and that's a possibility. But no less. I just don't see why you would do those two things. I think VBL nailed it right there. When I read the article, that was my first thought. First off, why are they announcing this to the world, that they bought this many Silver Eagles? And I'll tell you what the real big question I have, bigger than those two questions, all right? I'll tell you that in a minute. And then why would they announce that they're going to buy more? Sounds like a marketing ploy for someone. Is it a real order? I don't know. Tough to say. But the real questions I have is Mr. Schectman, if he is from Miles Franklin Precious Metals, and that customer is a billionaire customer, comes into his business and wants to buy that much, 975,000 Silver Eagles, why would Mr. Schectman put them into Silver Eagles, even if they insisted on it? Wouldn't a good professional seasoned dealer that was looking out for his customers' best interests say, listen, Silver Eagles are too high. They've been too high for years. And let's take a look at this too. While I'm talking about this, look at the mintage figures here, all right? We're talking about 975,000 coins, 1 million coins almost, that this Andy Schectman says that he placed the order for this lady. And 1 million coins. Take a look at the mintage figures while I'm talking to you about this here of recent. Now, that's 30 million in 2020, but look at the recent figures. And again, these are mintage figures. This is not available silver. This is not available silver. This is all these older dates are in the hands of private hands, folks. Private individuals and some dealers that are carrying so much. These are all privately owned. This is not available silver. 2022s are available. There's 3 million in that mintage right there. So maybe it's possible 1 million can come out of there pretty well. But think about this. And again, I digress a little bit. So you can look at mintage figures and see what a large number 975,000 is. But again, my primary question, the biggest question of all, is not, is this order real? Not, is this order Again, I'm not questioning the authenticity of it. I haven't proven anything, but or disproven anything. Neither has VBL out there, but it's just kind of a. All right. So let me just simply state, why would you let your customer buy these? All right, and that's where I was actually going. Why would you, if your customer came to you and a billionaire, especially a billionaire customer, and you're thinking like, I want long-term business with a billionaire. I'm going to just treat them completely right. I'm going to make money in quantity with this person for a long term. You certainly would not put them in Silver Eagles, all right? You would talk them out of Silver Eagles. What would I do? You want 975,000 ounces? We're going to buy you 975,000 ounce bars, okay? That's what we're going to do. We're going to pay $1 over for them, $1.60 over at most, not $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 over. Again, that's a huge disservice to the billionaire, putting them into that kind of stuff, or not letting them know it's a terrible buy. There's much better deals out there. Again, 1,000-ounce bars would have been the best deal for this billionaire out there. If you're listening, Miss Billionaire, I'm your man. All right. I'm just kind of like, you just got my point there. You know what I mean? This is why this story just kind of like overall, there's all kinds of things that just throw up like red flags to me. Why would you tell everyone about the order? Why would you tell everyone they're going to buy more? And most of all, why wouldn't you tell your billionaire client that Silver Eagles are just far overpriced and they'd be far better off buying other products? These are questions that kind of probably probably deserve more answers. There's probably multiple potential answers to this. Is it a marketing ploy by this particular company and this particular person right here? I don't know. I don't know them. I don't know their company. I am not at privilege to say that. I assume most people are straight up from the start. And again, there's no crimes. There's nothing here been committed or anything like this if someone went out and just said that. But again, I just don't know. There's just so many things. However, premiums being up again in the last year, it's potential that this is a genuine, legit order. But again, the question I ask is, why would any company, especially a big, large company that says they sell so many ounces of gold and silver, not push hard back against a customer paying this ridiculous type premium? All right, let's take a look at this. 1,000-ounce bars. The premium. Let's say the premium would be $1 an ounce. It's probably a little higher than that on 975,000 ounces of silver. What does that come out to? It comes out to a premium above you're paying for the price of silver for a particular billionaire buying 975,000. You're paying a $975,000, almost $1 million premium for that silver in silver bars. Okay, how much extra are you paying for? Think about this. Oh my God, you're paying about $7 million more for the same amount of silver for Silver Eagles. So why would you do that? You wouldn't. And no good advisor would advise you to do that either. I'm sorry, I don't mean to go off on that. Meanwhile, look at the mintage figures right here. If that order had to be filled, you got to remember these are mintage figures. These are not what is available above ground. All the silver, except for 2022s, is probably in private hands, a little bit of it in dealers' hands, and that's henceforth why you're seeing probably these high premiums if this order is for real. But I really think the reason you're seeing high premiums, again, because all these older Silver Eagles are in private hands. It's not available silver. It's above ground silver that's real, but it's not available for sale. I believe that the available for sale silver is what these dealers, a lot of dealers, and why the premium is so high, have been able to pull out of people that have been willing to sell their Silver Eagles, and whatever the new production is, which who knows, it doesn't say right here to be announced. All right, that's my opinion. I'm sticking with it, and I'm not trying to make any disparaging comments against the companies involved with this. I just got questions, and I'd sure like to see those questions answered. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I've been giving SD Bullion the love this week because I advertised to beat SD Bullion, APMEX Bullion, and JM Bullion on their prices on reasonably priced 1 ounce or reasonably priced silver products and gold products. I don't advertise to beat the overpriced fluff and the overpriced shiny shit that they sell, but I don't stock much shiny shit and overpriced crap either. And again, there's a shoe for every foot. I shouldn't call it shiny shit and that kind of shiny shit and overpriced crap, but that's my opinion. If you're buying bullion, all you should care about is price point a product that's industry recognizable, not recognizable by your brother-in-law. Oh man, don't buy bars, dude. Just buy Eagles. Eagles are real. Bars may be fake. And here's this, I hear that so often too. Here's the stupid thing about that is if your dealer can't tell the difference between a real gold bar and a fake one, then he probably doesn't know shit in Shinola when it comes to American Eagles, a fake one and a real one either. So throw that out the window. No great reason to buy American Eagles at these prices, $160 when you can buy these for $80, half the freaking premium. When it comes to silver, it's the same thing, man. There's no point in buying American silver Eagles when you're paying these ridiculous premiums for them. When you have to pay these ridiculous premiums for them, there's no point in buying these. 1 ounce bars, 10 ounce bars, 100 ounce bars are the best deal out there overall. So stick with those for sure. And as I said, I advertise the beat Atmex, SD, and J and Bullion. They're all three great companies. However, you're shipping your money out when you ship them to these countries. Try to keep your money local. Spend it with a local dealer. Plus, you're going to need to sell this stuff one day, so you're going to need to have a good, reliable buyer as well. Let's move into yesterday's video, which was, I forget what it was. What? Exactly, what? Thank you for watching, all you folks. And I'm going to get through this one pretty quick because I got to eat some food here, man. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten, I ate a late lunch. I've been eating a lot lately, too. Let's see, but unlike I'm selling next time it hits 40. 40 is not a bad target, especially if you've been buying right now. But, God, I just think if we blow through that 40 target, I keep thinking we got to blow through that 50 target. The all-time high is 50. We haven't hit it yet. Gold's been through its all-time high at least twice, maybe 3 times already. And meanwhile, silver twice, right? So I'm thinking we're going to blow through 50 at some point, but don't take my word for it. No one ever went broke taking a profit there, Mr. Silas Marner. Silver Liner, what's up? Can't argue with that at all either. Roger Darnell and the Scourge, exactly. And let me see if I can find some Bo Merchant. What's up? What's a good price to play for 1/10? 1 ounce of platinum? 1 ounce or 1/10? It looks like 1 ounce. I'm not sure what the premiums are right now. In fact, let me take a look for you. I got the sheet right in front of me, actually. I think 1 ounce bars and cards, you should be paying no more than spot plus $95 for platinum 1 ounce bars. Those are the best deal out there. Thanks for commenting, Bo Merchant. Wallace, thank you. I appreciate that as well. Michael, that's the Izzy quote by Robert Heinlein, one of my famous quotes that I say here all the time on my videos for the last 2.4 years. Clemson, I enjoy you being a listener. I also enjoy the fact that other people enjoy what I have to say and hopefully learn stuff too as well. Make you better buyers, I hope. That's what I hope to do because my specialty is in the product, not in reading CO2 reports, not in talking about the manipulation, I am a specialist in the product. I'm a product specialist. Wigga, Paul, with metals in their pockets. I usually leave my kilo silver bars at home. I have once tried to swim with kilo silver bars in my pocket, and it's very difficult. I'm just joking. What's up? Have a great day, Paul. Appreciate it. Celtic, that's very true. Inside the Crooked Casino, Palmer, World Cabal, Tree Climber. 900,000 American Silver Eagles will weigh 64,714 pounds. This is another, hey, you make a great point. Point number 4. Besides my number 1 point, why would they buy Silver Eagles? Why would you advise that? Point number 4 is where the fuck are they going to store 64,714 pounds of Silver Eagles? I think I did the math. Hang on a second. 975,000 divided by 500.
The answer is 1,950.
Almost 2,000 green monster boxes, folks. Woo! I don't know, man. I don't know. Bob Howard, what's up? I think silver can drop another 1820. Gold still has the 1682. It's tough to say, Bob. We're kind of hovering in that Bob $1,700 mark. But again, never underestimate the power of the crooks on COMEX. Thanks for watching and the commenting, Bob. Appreciate that. If the dollar can go higher, silver can go much lower. I don't know. I got to think about that. There's been times here when the dollar's gone high and silver and gold has gone high too. So that correlation doesn't always work. Michael Moore, U.S., but it seems to lately, and mostly because I don't know. I have to think about that. Michael Moore, U.S. dollar down, AG smash on markets down, waiting to see if Crimex. Yeah, the Crimex smash is kind of over for now. Let's see what happens Sunday night and Monday. Shy away from 1,000. Hey, Superheart, you got a great comment there. That's kind of what I was just saying. And think about this. Superheart makes a good point here. This is, oh boy, there you go. Oh, you got a foundation. Okay, sorry, clicked on your site there. 66 subscribers as well. Oh man, I lost your comment here. Newest first. That's usually how I sort them out. There we go. Where are you? There you are, Superheart. Superheart brings up a good point here. Why shy away from 1,000-ounce bars? Well, smaller investors obviously aren't going to buy 1,000-ounce bars, Superheart. But you bring up a great point about the big whale, that's billionaire lady whale in Texas, supposedly bought 975,000 ounces of silver. Why wouldn't her dealer, Andy Scheckman, advise her to buy 1,000-ounce bars? I just don't see any good reason behind it. Maybe Mr. Scheckman will explain that at some point. But 1,000-ounce bars are a great deal, especially when you're dealing in that kind of money and that kind of quantity. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, and I have to agree with you 100%. Thanks for commenting there, sir. Nice to see you. New commenter as well. C. Sam Bix Weir stated recently that the commercial banks are bypassing comics using Virtu for silver. I looked into Virtu a little bit and was trying to figure that out. Not quite sure how that works, but Bix. Again, the price discovery is set on comics. How could the price discovery be set on Virtu? Bypassing comics. So bypassing comics would just mean if they're not running short positions that the manipulation is over in the price discovery market, which is comics, which means higher prices. What they do in Virtu, I don't know. Virtu doesn't have anything to do with price discovery, or does it? Thanks for commenting, Santa. I appreciate it. Jacob Johnson says gold daily cycle is low, rally starting September. From your lips to my ears, or from your words, from your typed words into my eyes. Thanks for commenting, Jacob. Michael, you as well. Happy coffee to you. Maybe I'll get back to toasting you coffee in the morning. Meanwhile, I'm going to wet my whistle with a little cab here. One sec. Mr. Bien says, I wanted to pronounce that, but I just, Puss, Bien? I'm not quite sure. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. First name kind of got, ooh, he's got a kitty cat there. Pussy or something. Bien. Pussy good. I guess that's what it means. Gosh, I just said it. I think, oh, you trolled me into that, damn it. Anyway, what do you think is the best silver to buy for melting and fabrication? Looking to make, I saw this, limited edition silver rectum plugs out of 999 silver. Well, cleansely, silver bacteria does not grow on silver. So if you had to sell a rectum plug that was made out of any kind of material, silver's a great choice there, Mr. Pussy Good. So, the problem I would have is just the density and the heaviness of silver. You'd have to have a really tight ass to keep it in there. There you go. I said it. And for you folks there that have sensitive ears, I know, but I got a good sense of humor, and I don't mind these people with these comments right here. And perhaps he's really telling the truth, in which case I gave him really good advice. Rick, what's up? Brian, Warren Nichols, we're stacking. No, they're not. Premiums. First off, the discounts on them is just too heavy. I just can't see it. Such a low amount of silver, you'd have to store so much of it. 40% would be a better deal, and that's marginal. Thanks for commenting, Rick. I just stick with the cheap kilo bars right now with Spot Plus 3, cheapest deal out there. And Linda says, I have a shop for 5 ounces silver in San Antonio, 10 when I can. This way I don't have to pay shipping. That's cool. Good deal there, Linda. Keep buying from locals. Remember, your local dealer spends that money in town at restaurants, the local hardware store, and whatever, and his employees do as well. Hey, listen, I'm going to call it quits on this video. Again, I'm hungry. I got to eat something. And I think we might see a little bit stronger markets. Let's see what the overnight markets do. If the overnight markets stay strong, I think that we'll probably see stronger markets tomorrow. But again, tough to say. Never underestimate a crooked market and what the crooks can do, unchecked and unhindered, especially. Well, thanks for yourself. Always question authority, and most of all, question what you think you know, because what you know may just be someone else's narrative. It may be the narrative of the local news, maybe narrative of your school, maybe narrative of your parents. But have you ever researched what you really felt you believed to be the truth? Probably not. And a great time to do it, because that's the best way to be able to question authority in others, is to first question your own narrative. Is it true? Anyways, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Call us anytime at 954-493-8811. 8811 between the hours of 10 and 4, Mondays through Fridays. Happy to help you out with whatever your purchases are. Questions are as well. We also do rare coins and jewelry and artwork and other things too. We have a separate estate business. But meanwhile, if you don't live in South Florida, please, please, please find yourself a good local dealer. I can't tell you how important that is and for many reasons, besides keeping the money local. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.